If you act dumb in the world, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. But some people simply can't help themselves from making their own lives miserable. And part of the problem is their own inability to identify and prevent their errors in judgment. So it's time for us to step in and come to the rescue. Here are 10 problems you never want to deal with and how to fix them before it's too late. Financial troubles. So according to the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, about 66% of the American population is considered financially illiterate. It's a well-known fact that most people live paycheck to paycheck, and that's really bad news and really stressful. Running out of money, struggling to pay bills, and being in debt can take a toll on your mental and physical health. So try to run away from that as much as possible. One solution to financial trouble is to budget literally everything. This can help you to get a better handle on your expenses and prioritize your spending. If you don't know how much money you're wasting monthly, it's very likely you'll be broke for most of your life. But if that's too much for you to handle, well, consider seeking out professional help. A financial advisor can help you to develop a plan to get back on track before things get out of hand. Relationship issues. Whether it's with a partner, family member, or friend, dealing with toxic relationships can be draining and emotionally taxing. So if you're dealing with toxic relationships, it's important to set boundaries and focus on communicating your needs. But if that's not working, the best thing you can do for your mental peace is to let go and cut ties with the person causing you trouble. Yes, we know it's easier said than done, but the alternative is to comply in that situation. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. It's time for a change, and you might need some help with this. Seek out counseling or therapy. It can help you to work through any underlying issues that may be contributing to the problems in your relationships. And if therapy isn't an option, like I said, we do talk about this on the ALUX app. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people who lift you up and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Remember, if you're a genuine and good person, you deserve to be in a healthy, happy relationship. So make this a priority before it gets too hard to let go. Health problems. From chronic illnesses to severe accidents, health problems can change your life in an instant. But most people forget that with each passing day, they're growing older and their health is slowly decaying. So when it comes to health problems, it's important to take an active role in your own care every single day. Moderate the junk food you put into your body. Exercise daily and pay attention to what you're eating. A lot of foods on the market will satiate your hunger but will not feed you with the necessary nutrients. If you're always feeling tired or low on energy and motivation, you might be dealing with some health issues. So here's how to address that. Identify the root cause of your problem. Work closely with your doctor and healthcare team to make sure you keep them updated on any changes in your condition. It's also important to take care of yourself by eating well, exercising, and getting enough sleep. Some people think they can get away with 5 hours of sleep a day, but that's just reckless behavior. The average adult needs at least between 7 and 9 hours of sleep every single day, so don't fall for what your boss might tell you. Remember, your health is your most valuable asset, so take care of it. Legal troubles. Whether it's a lawsuit or criminal charges, dealing with legal issues can be an expensive and time-consuming process. You don't have to be a genius to realize that breaking the law is generally a very, very bad idea. If you're facing legal issues, it's important to seek out the advice of a lawyer ASAP. They can help you to navigate the legal system and ensure your rights are protected. Besides that, it's important for you to understand precisely what the charges are and what you can do about them. If you find yourself in this situation, stay calm, don't panic, and don't make any statements that could incriminate you. Remember, your freedom and your rights are everything you have, so it's important to protect them at all costs. Losing your job. If you haven't spent enough time reading the news, especially in the tech industry, you probably haven't seen the massive layoffs that are taking place. Tech giants like Google, Amazon, and Spotify are firing thousands of people because of uncertain economic conditions. So if your boss told you they don't need your services anymore, just know you're not alone in this. Losing your job can be a huge blow, not only financially, but also emotionally, as it can make you feel like you've lost a sense of purpose. So if this happens, it's important to stay positive and keep moving forward. Network, update your resume, and apply for jobs every single day. You could also consider going back to school or taking on freelance work to help bridge the gap. Remember, losing your job doesn't define you, and it's not the end of your career. It's an opportunity to explore new possibilities and maybe even pivot. When a door closes, another one will open, and the good news is, it might provide an even better opportunity. Addiction. Whether it's to drugs, alcohol, or even social media, addiction can take over your life and cause serious harm. Addiction is a big problem, and sometimes it's a matter of life and death to seek help as soon as possible. What's important to add here is that addictions can come in many forms, and if there's one thing you should be wary of, it's cheap dopamine. But if things do get out of hand for you, just know there are many support groups and rehab facilities that can help you to break this hard and vicious cycle. It's also important to understand how this addiction started and why it's important to you in the first place, and oftentimes that requires some therapy. Regardless of your choice of action, surround yourself with positive influences and avoid triggers that could lead to a relapse. Remember, recovery is a lifelong journey, and it's important to take it one day at a time. Mental health struggles. Depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues can be debilitating and derail you from acting as a functional human being. Mental health issues, such as depression and anxiety, are the primary source of suffering in today's day and age. A therapist or counselor can help you to work through these issues and help you to develop healthy coping mechanisms. It's also important to practice self-care and to surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Who you hang around with will influence your moods and actions. So remember, it's okay to not be okay, but it's important to reach out for help. Identity theft. Having your identity stolen can be a nightmare, not only financially, but also emotionally, as it can make you feel unsafe. Identity theft is awful to deal with, but it's important to take immediate action. Contact the credit bureaus and report the theft before your credit score takes a serious beating. Change all of your passwords and monitor your credit report for any suspicious activity. Invest in identity theft protection services to help any future thefts. Remember, it's important to be vigilant when it comes to protecting your personal information. Don't open any suspicious emails, don't fall for get-rich-quick schemes, and most importantly, be careful with who you share your personal information with. If your identity is stolen once, there's a high chance it could end up in the deep web lists and cause you harm for many years to come. Social media overload. Spending too much time on social media can be harmful to your mental and emotional well-being, and most people are simply unaware of how damaging this can be to their lives. Since endless scrolling was first introduced, things have seriously gotten out of hand. A lot of people are reporting severe mental health issues, such as a low attention span and low dopamine levels, and there's simply not enough awareness. But there are things you can do to help fix it. It's vital to set limits and be mindful of how much time you spend on social media. Try setting a specific time each day to check your socials and to stick to that as much as possible. You could also consider deleting or deactivating accounts that don't bring you positive feelings or any valuable information. Cyberstalking. According to the American Journal of Preventative Medicine, over 7 million U.S. residents are victims of cyberstalking every single year. So being stalked online can be a serious issue, and it's important to take immediate action right away. Block the stalker, report them to the platform, and contact the police. Consider taking legal action in order to protect yourself, and if things don't cool down, consider quitting social media for a while. If they know where you live, your group of friends, and where you work, consider working with the police in order to protect yourself. Some people are just crazy, and it's better to take action before something bad happens to you or any of your loved ones. With the rise in social media, now it's more important than ever to protect your privacy and be wary of who you're interacting with on the internet. What problem from this list do you think poses the greatest danger to the average individual? Make sure to share your opinion with us in the comments section below. We're always looking forward to hearing your insights. And while you're at it, why not share with us what was the biggest challenge you had to overcome in order to create a better life for yourself? We're so curious to know. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to tip us with a like and share the video with the open world of the internet.